Hello, my beautiful love beams. It's been quite a while since I've done a video, recorded a video, but I had to take some time to complete some long-standing goals that I've had for myself. And fitting that into my daily life can sometimes be a little hectic. So I wanted to come on here today to talk about resonance, what that means, how can you discern whether something resonates with you or not. It seems like something so easy, but I promise you, as you begin this journey, it takes a while to understand. It takes trial and error. So let me back up a few steps. Resonance. That means something that lights you up, something that you just have to do, or something that feels like expansion, feels like joy, feels like you're on fire, but in the best of ways. That's what resonance is. But, and there is a but, a lot of times what resonates with us is different than what we do, what we've been doing, what we wish to do. It looks different than maybe what we have around us right now. And that sometimes can cause us to question whether it resonates with us or not. It's okay. We're human. We, from a very, very young age, are taught and we learn that we value things outside of us. We value the knowledge outside of us first for confirmation. And what do I mean by that? Well, I think back to when I was younger and you like that song that not everyone likes. It's kind of weird, punkish maybe. It's like a pop song, something like that. And it doesn't resonate with your friend group, but you go so excited to tell them about it. And then they come back at you and they're like, ew, that song is gross. And you're like, but I actually like it. So that's just a very trivial example of resonance. It resonated with you, and yet the feedback you received from those around you or from circumstances around you made you question that resonance. Now, let me take a step forward. As you begin to unravel who you really are, who you truly came here to be, you will notice that things resonate with you in a different way. And what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is maybe you love blueberries, like love them. And as you start unraveling who you are and allowing your true soul essence to come forward, maybe that changes. Maybe it's not blueberries, but maybe it's actually strawberries. And I know that that's something like very trivial as well, but I'm just trying to give you some examples about how your resonance can shift and change as you start to unravel on your journey, as you start to confront the things and the feelings and the deep, deep seated, rooted ways of being. As you start to question those, your resonance begins to expand. Now, the hard part about resonance is trusting it. Trusting that when your gut, or maybe it's not your gut, maybe it's your heart, or maybe it's not even your heart, maybe you see what you resonate with. Maybe it's a color. Maybe you feel it in your elbows. I don't know. It's different for each person. But maybe when you feel those things, it looks completely different than what your life is right here, right now. Maybe that means taking a step back from something that you've been pushing so hard towards. Or maybe it means letting go of something that has been with you for a long time. Or maybe just maybe it's starting something and you feel it. Each one of you knows that feeling of resonance that I'm talking about. It's that I need it. And I don't mean need from a wounded, small, closed in space within. I am talking about I need that because I know it's for me. That's the feeling that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about you're scrolling on Instagram, or Threads is pretty big right now. You're scrolling on Threads and there's something that someone says on there that just hits you. Yeah, that's resonance, but what I'm talking about is maybe you've wanted to go cliff diving and you just haven't found the opportunity. You haven't really committed to it because it's a little scary. Well, you're on Instagram and you see the spot. You see the exact spot that you know you're supposed to go and jump off the cliff into the water. And of course it's safe, all within good reason. I'm not talking about, jeopardizing your safety here. I'm talking about you see that spot and you know that you have to make it happen no matter what. You just know you have to do it. Or maybe it's, I know I have to go talk to that person over there. Or I know that I need to take care of my health. And I know that this isn't for me. Because resonance can also tell you what isn't for you. But it's up to you to listen. And I wrote a post yesterday or a couple days ago. What is time? But I wrote a post a couple days ago that was talking about how we distrust our intuition, our resonance. Intuition, resonance, same thing. I should have mentioned that at the beginning. But how we go on this journey and we're not actually taught to value what our feelings are telling us. And I say feelings because I'm not talking about the feelings that we just feel out of nowhere. I'm talking about the feelings that if you are on this journey, you have been identifying, or maybe you just started, that's okay too, but you have been unraveling what your feelings are actually telling you. So you understand on some basic level yourself. You have been putting in the work, whether that be in therapy, whether that be in community groups, whether that be in self-help groups. You've been putting in the work, so you understand your feelings, your thoughts on a certain level, and you are committed to stepping through your darkness into the light. And that's a whole separate video, but all I mean by darkness are your unconscious thought patterns that get in the way. I am not talking about the utter travesties and tragedies of this world, of people that are just not good. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about on an individual level. You're here on this journey because you know that your life and the way that you're living needs to change in some way. I've been there. I am there. And it's taking me time to get to this moment to understand what resonance is. And it's why I became an engineer. I wanted to study frequency. I wanted to study energy, but in a physical way. In a physical way that I could put it together and see it right in front of me. And then flash forward to today, I'm sort of in the quantum realm where I'm studying things that you can't see, but yet we know. Anyways, that's besides the point. I'm getting off track here. But how do you start to unravel your resonance? Well, all you have to do is start. Set the intention every single day to trust yourself, trust your body, trust the messages that are within. And I'm not saying that it is going to change overnight, because I promise you, you will fall back. But when you fall back, it's recognizing and course correcting. That is the key. It's to never give up, to catch it, and to be okay with moving forward. To forgive yourself for not trusting, but telling yourself and believing, belief is the key here, believing that you are worthy of trusting in your own feelings. Because they're telling you something. Your feelings are telling you what is and what isn't for you. But it's up to you to listen. It's up to you to not allow whatever's outside, whether that be the media, whether that be your parents, your siblings, your friends. It doesn't matter what they believe, because they are not you. You are the one living your own life. So can you let go of their judgments, of your own self-judgment, and of what it looks like, and step into who you know you're meant to be? It's making the choice. It's making the choices and believing the thoughts that that version of you would make, would do, would believe. And yeah, you might not believe it right here, right now, but it is looking backwards to who you've been, appreciating that it got you to this point, and looking forward, knowing that you're moving forward. It's appreciation. It's blameless. It's you. You are the master creator of your reality. You co-create with the energy around you. And if you don't believe in a higher power, that is okay. But what you can believe is science. And science tells us that everything is made up of atoms. And science tells us that when there is a action, there is always a reaction, because energy is neither created nor destroyed. Think about that. If energy is neither created nor destroyed, then what are you going to put your energy into? Because that's going to come back to you. The laws of physics tell us that. I say physics, but Newton's laws, I think that's of motion. I'm going to have to confirm that later, but anyways, this is what I study. So, yeah, I feel like that might be a good place to stop. Just know that resonance takes time. It takes time for you to build trust. I mean, you don't just go around trusting people all the time, do you? I know that I live with an open heart, but to really understand the fundamentals of who I am, that is only reserved for certain people. It's not reserved, it's not open for just anyone. But I do live openly. So with that, it took time to get there. It took time to be able to figure out and discern like what I like, what I don't like, what qualities I want to embody. And you try different ones on. You allow yourself to play. You follow your joy. The joy, the excitement, the happiness, that is where you start, my loves, because the more that you feel those things, the more you trust. And then when it comes to those things that you're unsure about, you know that it's not your joy, and then you recognize, wait, that doesn't actually resonate. And so I just wanted to leave you with a little bit of some quantum real life guidance is what I'll call it, because isn't a lot of guidance on these things, and that's what I'm here for, to let you know that you're not alone, because you're not. I'm here with you. And it might seem like I have all my stuff together, and in a lot of ways I do, but I'm still human. I'm still working through it. Everything that I talk about is exactly what I go through. And so with that, I hope you take this medicine for your soul and you apply it, because you deserve it. You deserve to live exactly the way that you want to, as long as it's not hurting anyone. I'm going to throw that in there because you never know. But as long as you're in gratitude and with a pure heart and just full of love, then you are meant to live the life that you want to live. And I support that.